Good evening, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. So today is our third day of our bootcamp, that is G.U.I using Python. So let us see what the things which you need to cover today. Those are the introduction to functions, definition, function call, global and local variables, and there are 2-3 topics which we need to cover today, right? So before starting, I would like to remind you about the attendance sheet which will be posted at the end of the stream, in which you have to fill compulsorily in order to get certificate, right? And one more thing is, if you guys have any kind of doubts, don't forget to post in the live chat box or in the comments after the video, right? And this is our last day of Python. From tomorrow we will be starting G.U.I using Kinter module, right? So let us start of our today. So the first thing which we need to learn is what is function. A function is a block of statements which can be used repetitively by calling it, right? So it is a block of statements. It contains a block of statements. Once we call it, all the statements under the function will be executed, right? So let us see the syntax of the function now. So here is the syntax of the function. We use def keyword, and we will give a space, and we will write the function name, and in the brackets we will write the arguments. Arguments are nothing but the variables which are present in the function, right? Which are passed to the function, right? And at the end we should write a colon, and in the down with the indent space we need to write the statements, right? So let us go to the next slide and we can understand it better with an example. I will teach you with an example, right? So I'll tell you what is function call. In order to use the function which we created, we have to call it with a proper arguments, right? What is the function call syntax? Just the function name, and in the brackets you have to send the arguments which are to be passed to the function, right? So let us understand with an example. So these are the examples which I have taken, that is a function to add two numbers, and another function to find sum of n numbers, right? And the note which I have said earlier, you must follow proper indentation throughout the program. If not, you will be getting errors, right? I have said you about indentation in the previous video as well, right? So let us try to write a function for adding two numbers, right? So first what we're going to do, we have to write def and space, and we have to write the function name. I have taken the function name as sum of numbers. You can take anything, right? And in the brackets I have taken two numbers, that is number 1 and number 2, right? And I'm taking a in the function I'm writing these two statements, that is x equal to num1 plus num2. What is x here? It is a variable. I'm storing the sum of these two numbers in x, right? And after that I'm printing print addition of two numbers is comma x, right? So, and after this we have to call the function, right? From here to here we are creating the function, and in order to use the created function we need to call it, right? This is what we learned here. In order to use the function which we created, we have to call it with a proper arguments, right? So I have made a function call here with the function name and the numbers to be passed, arguments to be passed. I'm passing 5 comma 6. So what will happen? 5 comma 6 will be sent into the function here. Num1 will have the value 5, num2 will have the value 6, right? So now what will be the x equal to num1 plus num2. What are num1 and num2? 5 and 6. X equal to 5 plus 6. And next what will be x here? 11. Next we are printing it. Print addition of two numbers is x. What is x? 11, right? So let me show you the program in VS Code. So let us open VS Code, file, new file. Next let us save it, save as. Let me save in the desktop. It is third day, right? Third day .py. Enter. Now let us write the same program here. Define. Def is a keyword which is must for defining a function, right? Def space sum of numbers, and in the arguments place we have to write num1 comma num2 colon, and next here x equal to num1 plus num2, and next we are printing print addition of two numbers is comma x, right? So we have created the function. Now let's call it. How to call the function? Just write the function name here, function name sum of numbers, and in the brackets you can pass anything here. Since we are adding two numbers, let me pass two numbers, 5 comma 6, right? So control plus S, let us save the program and let us run it. And the code is being executed. Let us wait till it executes. Yes, we got it. Addition of two numbers is 11. I hope you guys got it. Let me explain you once again. So here we are creating a function. Def is used to create a function, and this is the function name, sum of numbers, and I'm taking two numbers here, num1 comma num2, and under the function we are giving two proper indentation, right? This indentation indicates that these statements are inside the function. So x equal to num1 plus num2 and print addition of two numbers is x. So I'm calling the function 5 comma 6. So now 5 will be passed to num1, 6 will be passed to num2. So x equal to 5 plus 6, addition of two numbers is 11, right? Simple. So this is how you use functions. Okay. So now let me clear this one and let me go to the second example which I have taken here. Function for finding sum of n numbers, right? So let us do this program in VS Code. So let me open VS Code. Yes. Define. Let me take a function name. It can be anything. I will take my function and let us take n here. First I will write the program and I will explain you line by line, right? Sum equal to 0 for I in range 1 comma n plus 1. Sum equal to sum plus I, and at the last we are returning the sum, and let's print my function of 5. So let me run the program and let me show you what it will print. See, it is printing 15, right? So the average of the sum of first five numbers is 15, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Now let me show you how it runs. So first we are creating a function def myfunc, and here we are taking a single variable n, and I have taken a variable sum equal to 0. Initially the sum equal to 0, right? So next I am running a for loop. We have discussed the loops in the last class, right? So I've taken a for loop and it is running in the range of 1 comma n plus 1. Why we are taking n plus 1 in the right side? Because for loop runs for end minus 1. Here end is n plus 1. What is n plus 1 minus 1? N. So it will run for n times, right? So under the for loop I am writing sum equal to sum plus I, right? Why I am writing like that? First initially sum equal to 0. So initially here what is I value? 1, right? So what is here? Sum equal to 0. 0 plus what is I here? 1. So now sum equal to 1, right? Now what is I value? 2. It will get incremented, right, for every iteration. So I equal to 2. Now what is sum equal to 1 plus 2, 3, right? Now what is I value here? 3. What is the sum value? 2. 2 plus 3, 5, right? So I hope you got it. This is how it works. And after it has executed all the statement, all the times which it need to be executed for in the for loop, it will come to this line, return sum. So this is another way of using function. In previously we have printed directly inside the function. Now this is the way returning the function value, right? Return sum. So what I am printing here is print my function of 5. Here this is the function call. This is a function call, right? In the function call we are writing 5. So 5 will be passed to n, right? So for I in range 1 comma what is 5 plus 1? 6. So this will be 1 comma 6, right? I hope you got it how it runs. Now since we are returning the sum, we have to print it, right? Whenever you return anything, you have to write print at the function call, right? So this is how the functions work. And let me show you another example, a simple example which is used to find the average of two numbers, right? Define average of numbers, and let me take two numbers, that is num1 comma num2, and let me store the sum of this. We know average is sum divided by 2, right? Average of two numbers, right? So let me take x equal to num1 plus num2, and let me take another variable, average equal to x divided by 2, right? So let me print it, print the average of two numbers is, and we can write here average, right? So let me call the function now, since we have created the function here. Now in order to use the function, we have to call the function average of numbers, and let me pass 4, 6 and control plus s, and let us print it. The average of two numbers is 5. How it is 5? 4 plus 6, that is 10, divided by 2, that is 5, right? So let me show you how it works. We are calling the function with the arguments 4, 6. So num1 will have the value 4, num2 will have the value 6. So now x equal to num1 plus num2, that is x equal to 4 plus 6, that is equal to 10, and average equal to 10 slash 2, slash is nothing but division. 10 by 2 is 5, right? After that we are printing it. The average of two numbers is 5. Got it? So this is how the functions work. And next let us go for global and local variables. So you guys know what are variables, right? So variables that are defined inside a function body have local validity, and those defined outside have a global validity. So let me explain you with an examples, right? So global variables can be used throughout the code, but local variables can only be used inside the function. Okay, so let me tell you here something. So here x is there, right? X, where is x? It is inside the function. Inside the function is nothing but with an indent space we are using inside the function. So x is an local variable. Here average is also an local variable. This cannot be used outside the function. Let me show you how. So let me write average. So let me write print average. So let us save it and let us run it. See, we got an error here. What we got? Name average is not defined, but we have defined here, right? Why it is showing error? Because of local and global, right? Since we are using average inside the function, we cannot use average outside the function. Got it? So the variables which are present inside the function are known as local variables. The variables present outside the function are known as global variables, right? So let me show you what are the global variables here. And outside the function, right? So in the first line, let us write x equal to 5, and now outside the function, let us write print x, control plus s, and let us run this one. Now we got, see, x equal to 5 got printed here, and we also got the average, right? So this is how the global and local variables work, right? I hope you guys got it. What is the basic idea of global and local variables, right? So here I have taken an example. Let me explain you this one too. So I have taken sum of numbers functions which we have discussed earlier in the example of functions, right? So I have taken x equal to num1 plus num2, and here this is the function. Here x is the local variable which can be used only inside the function, right? X here, it is the local variable. Local variable is nothing but inside the function, right? So x is the local variable, and I have shown you the example of global variable here. Here it is defined outside the function, so it can be used throughout the code. It can be used inside the function, it can be used outside the function, right? But local variables such as x and average can only be used inside the function. They cannot be used outside the functions, right? I hope you guys got it. So that is global and local variables, and let us go for the next slide. You're right. Here is another example of global variable. So first we have written a function here, define, that is function name as my function, and there are no arguments here. So directly I'm writing print function python and GUI comma x. What is x here? X equal to bootcamp. That is a string, right? How I'm telling it is a string? Because it is written under apostrophes, right? X equal to bootcamp, and we are calling the function here. Once we call the function, the control will shift to here and it will print this one, right? Once we print this one, we have python and GUI comma x we have written. What is x? Bootcamp. So we can use x in the function. We are able to use x in the function. That means that x is a global variable since it is defined outside the function. Got it? So this is how the global and local variables work. So let us go into the next topic, that is lambda function. So let us see what is lambda function. A lambda function can take any number of arguments but can only have only one expression. right? So lambda it is a type of function, but it can have any number of arguments but can only have one expression, right? I hope you guys know understood what are arguments by this time, right? Let me show you once again whoever has the doubts. The thing which are present inside the parentheses, the variables which are present inside the parentheses are known as arguments, right? Here num1 and num2 are arguments, right? So let us go to the lambda function. So the syntax of lambda function is we have to use lambda keyword, and we have to give a space, and we can write here arguments, and we have to write the colon in between, and in the right side we should write the expression, right? So let us see an example. So I have taken, and one more thing I would like to add here is lambda function is also known as anonymous function, right? So let us take an example. Lambda function for multiplying two numbers, right? So I have taken f. It is just a name, right? Name of the function. F equal to lambda x comma y colon x star y. Got it? So multiplying two numbers, right? Star is used to multiply two numbers. So it is taking two arguments. Those are x comma y, and it is having only one expression. What is that expression? X star y, right? So next we are printing the function print f, and in f, in the parenthesis we are passing 5 comma 6. 5 comma 6 are shifted into x comma y, right? So now x char is 5, now y char is 6, and what it will compute? X star y. What is 5 into 6? 30. So the what will be the output? 30. Got it? So let us do in the VS Code so that you guys will understand more. Lambda x comma y x star y, right? So now let me call it print f of 5 comma 6. Control press S, and let us run the program. We got the answer 30. See, got it? So what, this is very simple, right? We have taken a name, and we have written the lambda keyword, we have given a space, and we are taking two arguments, that is x comma y, and we are having only one expression. What it is computing? It is computing the multiplication of two numbers, right? X star y, and we are printing f. This is calling, right? Since we are calling it f of 5 comma 6, 5 is passed to x, 6 is passed to y. What it is computing? X star y. 5 into 6, 30, and we are printing 30 here. Got it? So this is how the lambda functions are used. And let me write here another example, and let us take finding average of two numbers, right? So let me take another f equal to lambda x comma y, and it should be x plus y slash 2, right? The sum divided by 2 gives the average of two numbers, right? So print f of 4 comma 6. Now let us save it and let us run it, and we got it. See, right? 4 plus 6, that is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So this is how you use lambda functions, right? So let us go back to PPT. This is lambda function. So let us go into our next topic, that is modules in Python. So basically, what is a module? A module can be defined as a Python program which contains Python code or Python snippet, including Python functions, classes, or anything that we can be imported in our new code, and it can be used in our new code throughout the code, right? So let me show you with an example so you will get more understanding. So there are some built-in modules in Python. Those are math, random, kinter, and etc. Kinter is a module which we'll be using for graphical user interface in the next 3 days, right? So let me show you with an example, and first I'll take math module as an example, and let us start. For importing a particular module, we have to use import keyword, right? IMPORT, import. Since we are importing math, import math. So in math there are so many functions which can be imported and which can be used, right? So let me show you one example. X equal to, let us try to find the square root of a number. Square root, right? Math dot sqrt, and we can write anything here. We can write 9, and let us try to print x. Print square root of x is, what is x? Let us control plus S and let us save it. Square root of x is 3.0. Got it? So sqrt is a function which is under the math module which can be used in our code, right? What is the square root of 9? 3 into 3, that is 3, right? So I hope you got it. What is the basic idea of module? The module is which can be imported in our code. There are many functions under a single module which can be used throughout the code, right? Let me take another example. Z equal to math dot POW. POW gives the power, right? So let me take 2 comma 3 and let us print 2 cube is Z. Now let us save it, control plus S, and let's run this one. 2 cube is 8. How you can say that? First one is the number which is to be multiplied with the same number n number of times. What is n here? 3. So 2 is multiplied 3 times. 2 into 2 into 2. What is 2 into 2 into 2? 8. So the 2 cube is 8 and the square root of 9 is 3. Got it? So this is how the modules work, right? And let me show you another example of module, that is random. This random module is used widely in G.U.I, right? So let us import random, and random is used to generate random numbers between a particular range, and there are many other times, right? So let me take x equal to random dot rand int, and we can give the range here 1 comma 11. Let us try to print now. Print the random number between 1 and 11 is, what is it? X. So let's control plus S, let's save it and let us print it now. The random number between 1 and 11 is 9. It automatically generates a random number between these two left side edge and right side edge, right? Now let us try to print it again. Now it has changed, see, it is 10. Now let us try to run it again. It is 4 now. Got it? So this is how the random is used, right? And let us take one more example. X equal to, first let me take a list here. L equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. X equal to random dot choice, and let us pass L here and let us print X. Control plus S and let's run the code. It has given a random choice, right? Random dot choice fetches the random element from the list, right? So let us print it again. Now it has given 2C. Got it? From 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, it can give anything, right? So now it has given 1, right? So this is how the random module works, right? So let us clear this one. We have seen math module, we have seen random module, and these are the modules which are used in Python widely, right? So next let us see some example programs on modules, functions and lambda functions, right? So let us go here and let me write a program with basic functions first, right? What we can write? Define my function. You can take any name there, right? So let us take a function to find the factorial of a number, right? So let us take 1n. First let me write the code, and after writing the code I will explain you the code step by step, right? Define my function of n, and let me take a variable product is equal to 1 for I in range 1 comma n plus 1. Factorial of number is dot. So let me call the function here, my function, and let me pass 5. Let's pass 3 first. Control plus S, and let's factorial of number is 3, right? What is 3 factorial? 1 into 2 into 3. What is it? 6, right? So let me explain you how this works. So first let me explain the function here. So define, I have taken a function, my function, and I'm taking one number as variable. What is the number? N, right? and I'm taking a initial variable which is used to multiply the n numbers, that is prod. You can take anything here. I've taken just a variable prod, right? It just indicates product, right? You can change here to product, so it will be more clear to you guys. Product, right? Initially the product is 1. So next I'm running a for loop here. Why I'm running a for loop? Because we are repeatedly multiplying for n times, right? So to find the factorial of a number, we have to multiply the number n times by increasing one, right? So if you want to find the factorial of 5, first we start with 1, next we multiply it with 2, and the product of 1 comma 2 is multiplied with 3, and the product of 1 comma 2 comma 3 is multiplied with 4, and it continues, right? So the process is being repeated, so we are using a loop here, right? So for I in range 1 comma 1 comma n plus 1, since we are taking n plus 1, since the for loop runs for edge minus 1. What is edge here? N plus 1. So n plus 1 minus 1 is n, so it will run for n times, right? So in the for loop I am writing product equal to product star I, right? So what is product here? 1, right? So what is product equal to 1 star? What is initially I value? 1. 1 star 1 is 1, right? Now since the I value gets incremented, that I equal to 2. Now what is product initially? 1. 1 into 2 is 2. Now product value is 2, right? So now the I value will be incremented again, so now the I value will be 3, right? So here what is product value? 2. 2 into 3 is 6, right? So since it has run the 3 times, because we are sending only 3 here, it will run for only 3 times, 1 comma 2 comma 3. So it will come out of the loop and it will print it. What it will print? Factorial of number is product. What is product here? 6. We got 6, right? 1 into 2 into 3. So the factorial of number is 6. It is printed, right? So let us check with another example. Let us check with 5 and let us save it. Factorial of number is 120. What is 5 factorial? 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5, right? 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 4 is 24, 24 into 5 is 120. Got it? So this is how we can write the program of factorial using functions, right? So next, let us take an example of lambda function. Lambda function. So let us do a small program which will run as a calculator, right? So let us take define calculator contains, let us take 4 operations, just 4 operations: addition, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let us continue our program, that is doing a basic calculator with using functions, right? So we have completed the function for adding the numbers. So let us create a function for subtracting numbers. Define subtraction num1 comma num2, and let us store the subtraction in a variable num1 comma num2, and after that let's print it with, what should we print? The subtraction of two numbers is x, right? So let us do the same for multiplication. Num1 comma num2, and let us store the same, x equal to num1 star num2, and let us print it. Print the multiplication of two numbers is, let us store x here, comma x, and now let's write the last function, that is division. Define division of num1 comma num2, right? So x equal to num1 slash num2, right? Division means slash, right? Print the division of two numbers is x, right? So now the basic structure has been finished, that is the 4 functions which will give the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? So let us call the functions whichever are necessary. So first I want to take a user input. What is the user input? X. Okay, my choice. Let us give the choice to the user which function he wants to do. My choice equal to input enter 1 for addition or 2 for subtraction, 3 for multiplication, 4 for division, right? So now since if the user enters either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, right? So now we are having 4 conditions. The user may enter 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. So now let us go into our if else conditions. I hope you guys remember I have told you what are the basic if else yesterday, right? So let us take if my choice is equal to 1, then what should we do? We should call, what should we call? Addition function we have to call addition of, and before calling the function we have to take two numbers input, num1 equal to int of input enter first number, and next num2 equal to int of input enter second number, right? So after entering both the numbers we have to call the function. What is the function calling? Just the function name. What is the function name? Addition, right? Addition of num1 comma num2. Got it? So this is how you do it. Now let us write elif condition. If the user has entered 2 now, right? Elif my choice is equal to 2. Now what should we do? Similarly we have to take these inputs. Let me copy this. Why to waste the time with, right? So we have taken this, and now what should we call? 2 for subtraction we have given, right? So subtraction function we should call, and we should pass the arguments num1 comma num2. Got it? And let us assume that if the user is entering 3, what is 3? Multiplication, right? And if my choice is double equal to 3, and we have to take the input, however, enter the first number and enter the second number, and after that we have to call the function multiplication of num1 comma num2, right? So now let us assume that if the user has given 4 as input, what is 4? Division. Elif my choice is equal to 4, we have to take the input, right? After that we have to write division of, we have to call the function, just the calling the function. What is the function name of division? It is division itself, right? Division of, what should we pass? Num1 comma num2, right? So else, what is else? If the user has entered wrong input, he didn't enter either 1, either 2, either 3 or 4, so what should we do? Else we have to tell the user that please select either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, right? So let us save the program and let us run it now, right? So it is asking for us now. Just a minute, let me add a colon here so it will look good. Control plus S, and let us run it now. So it is being executed. Let us wait till it executes, right? So we have got the enter 1 for addition, 2 for subtraction, 3 for multiplication, 4 for division. So let us test with addition first. For what is addition? 1, right? 1, and we have to press enter, and it is asking now enter first number. Let me take 13, and we have to press enter. Now what is it? Enter second number. It is asking for second number. Let me take 46, right? And we have to press enter again, right? What is giving? The sum of two numbers is 59. Got it? Since we have chosen the one choice, what is one? Addition, and it is asking for two numbers. What is it? 13 and 46 I have taken, and it is printing directly the sum of two numbers is 59. Got it? So this is how you use functions in Python, right? So let us test it for one more case, that is, let us go for multiplication now, right? What is multiplication? I have taken 3. Enter first number. What is first number? Let us take 2, and the second number is 6, and let's press the enter again. The multiplication of two numbers is 12, right? 2 into 6 is 12. So this is basic calculator program using functions, right? So we can do many advanced things as well. Since it is the first and basic class for you in functions, I have given you the simple calculation program, right? So this is how you use functions in Python. So let us take another example. This time let us take little bit complex example, right, with functions, right? So this time I would like to take a student data and fee receipts of students using functions, right? So we are taking two main functions, that is one function will give the student data and another function will give the fee receipt, right? So let us write the first function, define student data, and student data contains name, roll number, college name, and yes, that's it, right? So next we have to write print the name of, let's write name comma name, right? We are using the arguments that is name, and we are printing it here, right? Next print, what is the next, rule number, that is rule number. Next we are printing college, that is college name, right? So next let us print define fee, and in fee let us again take the name of the student, and next total fee paid, right? So next what we're gonna do is, let us try to print all these again. In the fee receipt everything will be present, right? Now let us add one more thing here. We can write grade, right? Print grade is great, right? So let us go with this one now, and let us write, let me also take rule number here, name rule number, right? So let's print first what is the name, next print rule number, next let us print, okay, we should not write in the caps lock, right? Print total fee and total fee. And next we have to write the due amount, right? Let us take a variable due amount, that should be what, total fee minus fee paid, right? So let us print it. uh, let us print first the fee paid, that is fee paid, and next due amount, that is due amount, right? So this is also a simple program, right? So now let me take an input first. Let me take an input for name equal to input, enter the name, right? Input, I'm giving input for user to enter the name, and next I'm asking for rule number equal to, since rule number is an integer, I'm writing int first, so it will be converted into integer automatically, right? Int input, enter the rule number, right? Next what should we take, we should take the college name is a string, right? Enter college name, right? Next what else inputs we have to take, we have to take the grade, we have to take total fee, we have to take fee paid, right? Now let us take grade equal to, grade is an integer, right? Grade equal to, no, it can be float, right? It can be 0.2, it can be 9.5, it can be 5.5, right? So let us take float instead. Enter grade. Next, what we have to take? We have to take total fee. Total fee equal to, it is an integer, right? Fee will be an integer always. Input, enter total fee. Next, what we have to write? Fee paid. Fee paid is also an integer. Int of input, enter the fee you paid, right? And after all this, we should ask the user if the user wants to get the student details or if you want to get the fee details, right? Or else if you want to get the both the details. So let me add a print statement so that the user can identify easily. Print, let's add some decoration, slide decoration, star star star, and this is the fee received, right? So let me add another print statement here, that is print, and let us give the same thing here. What is it? Student data, right? So let us take an input from user again, that is my choice equal to int input, enter 1 for student data or 2 for fee details or 3 for both of them, right? So next, since we are having three choices now, either the user can enter 1, user can enter 2, or user can enter 3, right? So let us take if my choice is equal to 1, then what function we have to call? There the user is asking for student data, right? Student data of, and what else? What are the arguments present in student data? Name, roll number, college, and grade. Name, roll number, college name, and grade, right? And if the user has selected 2, that is for only for fee details. If my choice is equal to 2, we have to call the fee function, and under the fee we have to pass rule number, we have to pass name, rule number, and we have to pass total fee, we have to pass fee paid, right? So, or else he has selected both the, I mean he has selected 3, that means he wants to get the both the details. He wants to get the student data and he also wants to get the fee details. If my choice is equal to 3, then we have to call both the functions, student data. Instead of writing, let me just copy paste it. It is the same thing, right? We are just calling the student data and we are just calling the fee details as well, right? Or else if the user has not entered 1, 2, or 3, he has entered something else, then we have to print please enter either 1, please enter 1 or 2 or 3, right? Because we have written only cases for 1 comma 2 comma 3 and we are prompting for the same, right? So let us try to execute the program and hopefully it runs properly. It has, yes, it has asking for the name. So let us take a name, let us take a name Ram, rule number, let us take 13, enter the college name. College name is CBIT. Okay, could not convert string into float, enter grade, right? We have to take input here, right? Input here, right? So let us save the program again and let us try to run it. Before, enter the name and let us write the same Ram number 13, let us write CBAT here, enter grade, and let us write grade as 9.5, and the total fee will be, let us take 1,50,000, and the fee you paid is, let us take 1 lakh, right? Now we have to ask the user if he wants 1, if you want student data we have to enter 1, if you want fee details you have to enter 2, if you want both the details we have to enter 3. So let us go for student data first, 1. There you go. Student data is displayed. What is it? Name is Ram, roll number is 13, college is CBIT, grade is 9.5. Right? So let us try to get the fee details now. Enter the name Ram. What? Let us write the same thing. It doesn't matter. We can take anything. 9.5. Let us take 1,50,000. Enter the fee paid. Let us take 1 lakh. And let us try to grab the fee details now. 2. There you go. Fee receipt. It has the name, it has the roll number, it has the total fee, it has the fee paid and due amount. Due amount is nothing but total fee minus fee paid. Right? So this is how we can use functions to execute these things, which are these are real-time uses, right? We can print the student data, we can print the fee receipt, right? So this is how you use functions, right? So let us see what else we can do. I guess we have completed everything now, and from tomorrow let us learn GUI. We have covered everything which is necessary for GUI in Python, right? We have covered in the first video, we have covered various basic things such as what is type conversion, what are data types, what are variables, etc. In the second day we have covered the control statements, we have controlled the loops, we have covered the if else statements and more, right? And in the third day we have covered the functions, lambda functions and modules, right? So from tomorrow let us start the interesting thing, that is GUI, graphical user interface, right? So if you guys have any doubts, push it in the live chat. Our team is there and they will assist you, right? So let's see you guys tomorrow, and thank you.